Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Josh Heupel has been given a raise and an extension through the 2028 season. He is now a $9 million man.
Money isn't everything. It's the only thing. And everyone has a price for the $1 million man.
You know, a lot of you guys reached out to me immediately. I started getting messages and DMs. Even my wife sent me a text and said, get to work. You've got to talk about this. But I wanted to let it soak in, talk about it today, put out the video. Josh Heupel again gets the contract extension, gets the raise. What are the instant thoughts, instant reactions? The first thing I thought is he deserves it. What he has done in 2 years on Rocky Top has been nothing short of phenomenal. Overachieved in year one. Obviously, clearly overachieved in year two. I know things didn't go our way in that South Carolina game. You still got to be proud of where this football team is at. Some people, you know, you want to talk about 11-2. Well, I won a national championship. I won an SEC championship. It's year two. We have to go back and look where this football program was at when Josh Heupel took over. The mass exodus, everybody that left, everybody that went to Oklahoma, all the guys that were forced out, threatened of an NCAA investigation. Josh Heupel didn't know what he was going to get into when he got to Knoxville, but he signed up for the job. He signed up for the job, and the way he has overachieved, Tennessee football is back. He deserves every penny of that raise, and it puts him in the top half of SEC coaches. We'll get into it. We'll talk about it, but as always, do me a favor. Go ahead and smash that like button just below the video. It's quick, it's free, it's easy. That helps the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Also, if you're new to the Talkin VAWLS Network, welcome. We're not experts. We're not insiders. We're not media. We don't talk at you. We talk with you. This channel is for the fans, by the fans. If you like what we do, make sure you subscribe. Click that bell for notifications. You won't miss out when we go live or when we drop a video. We will be live on Saturday afternoon, Tennessee versus Texas. Top 10 showdown on the basketball court. We're going to do a watch party. All you guys that are members of the channel at the watch party enthusiast tier are going to have an opportunity to come on the show and hang out with us for a couple of hours while we watch the basketball game. Everybody else can hang out in the chat. Going to be a good time. Look forward to that again Saturday afternoon. But let's jump into the article. Rocky Top Insider. This came out a little bit after the news broke where Josh Heupel's new contract lands among SEC head coaches. And that's what I really looked at when the news came out. Does Josh Heupel deserve a raise? Absolutely. 100%. He was towards the bottom of SEC coaches. Now he's kind of up there in that top half, lower top half, but he deserved it. He deserved it for what he's done in year one. He deserved it for what he's done in year two and what he's doing on the recruiting trail. Let's take a look at where Josh Heupel stacks up. The article here says after 2 successful seasons on Rocky Top, Tennessee head coach Josh Heupel has been given a contract extension through the 2028 season from athletic director Danny White. New contract extension will pay him $9 million annually. When he first arrived to the Tennessee football program in January 2021, Heupel was giving a contract that paid $4 million annually. After his first season with the team, that was elevated to $5 million per year. Now heading into year three, Heupel has more than doubled his original pay in just 2 years on campus. While Heupel's new contract does give him a massive annual number, the Tennessee head coach is tied for the final spot in the top 5 among SEC coach salaries. So let's take a look at the coaching salaries for SEC football. Of course, you've got Nick Saban, the GOAT, up there at the top. Hard to argue with that. I think Nick Saban's worth it, although I think one foot's out the door. You know, Nick Saban losing his offensive coordinator, his defensive coordinator, what he's losing on the football team. I think Nick Saban's going to have his hands full next year. And I think Josh Heupel, you know, that Tennessee-Alabama, the third Saturday in October, has always been a very streaky rivalry, whether it was in Tennessee's favor with Phil Fulmer or whether it was in Nick Saban's favor. It's always been very streaky. And I think it's time for Josh Heupel to go ahead and start a streak of his own. Let's go ahead and start a streak because I think Nick Saban is closer to retirement than not. I think he's done with NIL. I think he's done with recruiting 12 months out of the year. I don't think Nick Saban's going to be around much longer. Kirby Smart, back-to-back national champions there at Georgia. Wouldn't be surprised to see him get a bump over Nick Saban, rightfully so. Brian Kelly coming in at number 3 at 9.5. Jimbo Fisher, kind of like Texas A&M NIL, the most wasted money in all of college football. Jimbo Fisher at 9.5. And then you can see Lane Kiffin and Josh Heupel tied there for 5th at $9 million. So when you see where Josh Heupel stacks up, And again, you have to look at what Josh Heupel walked into, what he came to Tennessee, where this program was at. Man, I said it all the time after that first year, looking back on year one under Josh Heupel. Look back to where that program was at when we're on here doing live streams and we're talking about rock bottom. We're talking about 5 to 6 year rebuild. Now, I think there are some factors in there that helped Josh Heupel kind of speed up the process. The transfer portal, NIL definitely played into Tennessee's favor. The transfer portal makes it, so much easier. So much easier to be able to rebuild a program. Now, it also makes it more difficult in the long haul, and Josh Heupel's going to start to face that. We saw that with Taven Jackson. How are you going to keep 3 quarterbacks on a roster with the transfer portal where they can go elsewhere? But I think that kind of helped speed the process up for Josh Heupel. But what do you guys say? I want to hear from you in the comments. Josh Heupel making $9 million a year, tied for 5th. Do you think he deserves to be there? You look on that list. He dominated Brian Kelly in LSU, and Brian Kelly's number 3 on the list. Beat Nick Saban inside of Neyland Stadium, tore down the goalpost, threw him in the river. Rocky Top is back. Beat 2 of those top 5 that are ranked ahead of him. Then you look below him, Mark Stoops at $8.6 million, Billy Napier. I think when you look at this list, Josh Heupel's a better football coach than every single guy below him. You could argue that he's also better than Jimbo Fisher, Brian Kelly, maybe. We'll see. I think Tennessee found themselves a ball coach, and I think it's the market price. It's the asking price to be around $9 million for Josh Heupel after year 2. Let's go ahead and take a look at some other things here in the article that are worth looking at. It says here Josh Heupel has 2 wins over the 5 coaches in front of him, Saban and Kelly, with an opportunity to find wins against Kirby Smart and Jimbo Fisher during the 2023 season. I'm excited about that Georgia game next year. Inside of Neyland Stadium, let's bring the atmosphere. It says here the Aberdeen, South Dakota native owns a stellar 46-16 overall record, 30-11 conference mark in 5 seasons as a head coach. His 46 victories, this is from a Tennessee press release that came out. 46 victories since 2018 are top 8 nationally, and he is one of only 4 active FBS head coaches to lead multiple programs to New Year's 6 bowl appearances in the college football playoff era. His teams have earned bowl berths and finished in the top 10 nationally in scoring, total offense in all 5 seasons. According to Tennessee football communications director Bill Martin on Twitter, Heupel joins Bill Battle as the only 2 coaches in Tennessee football history to land an 11-win season in their first or second year. So big-time information there. Big-time information. Now I ask this. How much more pressure? And I don't think Josh Heupel, nobody's going to put more pressure on him than Josh Heupel. Josh Heupel wants to win. Josh Heupel wanted to go to Atlanta last year. Josh Heupel wanted to win a national championship last year. Some of us thought he was crazy when he said that. Josh Heupel believes this football team in 2023 is going to go win a national championship again. That's what he believes. Nobody is going to put more pressure on him than himself. But my question to you is, now that Josh Heupel went from $4 million to $5 million to now $9 million annually as a Tennessee fan, what are your expectations of Josh Heupel? An SEC championship appearance? A national championship appearance? Once the college football playoff expands to 12 teams, do you expect to be in that top 12 every other year? Once every 3 years? What are the expectations? How much more pressure is on Josh Heupel from us, the fan base, knowing now his salary has been doubled? What were your expectations going into year 2? 8 wins? I think that's where most of us were at. 8-4 is what we thought. He gave us 11. Now you almost double his salary. Where do your expectations shift? Do you expect 9 to 10 win seasons each and every year? An SEC championship once every 3 years? I'm curious to hear from you guys on this one, because the pressure is on for Josh Heupel. It was already on. The expectations, the goalposts move with each and every win. The stage got bigger and bigger and bigger week in and week out. Tennessee found themselves at the top of the mountain in year 2 under Josh Heupel. They crashed and burned, but bounced back and finished strong, 11-2 in an Orange Bowl win. What are your expectations moving forward? Hit the comment section. Let me know. As always, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up on the way out the door and go check out the official merchandise of the Talkin' VAWLS Network. You can go to bonfire.com/store YouTube.com/TalkinVols. Appreciate the support. Those of you that pick up the merch, I want to see it on Twitter. Tag me up at Boogie Bentley on Twitter. I want to see you guys repping Talkin' Vols. As always, thank you to the members of the channel. You guys make it possible for me to do this as a full-time job. If you want to be part of that, hit the join button down below for as little as 99 cents a month. That's it. If you got $1 per month to spare, I would appreciate that support. There is strength in numbers. We're almost to 20,000 subscribers, but you get access to custom Talkin' Vols emojis, fan call-in shows. You get Power T beside your name. We try to highlight your comments in the live streams, but we appreciate that support. Going to be a good time Saturday. Hope to see you guys in the chat for the watch party for the basketball game, but that's going to do it for this one. This is the Talkin' Vols Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.